What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a brand new video on the channel, and welcome to a brand new car added into the game. I wanted to actually do a proper intro because this car deserves it. This is the best car, I think, that Forza Horizon 5 has ever released in this game, and it's this. Why I didn't release this, I have no idea, but they have some very interesting and very cool mods, and in today's video I'm going to be drifting this thing, and we're going to be turning this thing into an absolute monster. I already know what we can do to this car. I've done it yesterday on stream. I haven't actually modified it, I just took a look, so we'll see what it's like, but from what I can see, it's going to be absolutely amazing. You know what this car reminds me of? I can't believe I'm going to say this. This car reminds me of a pair of balls. Now, speaking about a pair of balls, this video is brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped is the best in men's grooming. Now, they decided to send me over the performance package, and this is what I got in it. Starting from left to right, I got this wireless charger kit for the Lawnmower 4.0, which is here as well. Now, the Lawnmower 4.0 is an absolute beast. This trimmer that you have here, it's waterproof, it's wirelessly charged, it's got an LED light for you as well, if you want to just, you know, for whatever reason, start trimming in the dark. I don't know what that is. It's also got that skin safe technology, which helps to reduce the amount of nicks and cuts that you're doing down there. Obviously, you don't want to look down there after you've been done trimming and it looks like, well, yeah. But in the package, I also got this, the ball deodorant and the ball toner, which will help keep your nice area down there nice and clean smelling and, you know, not all stinky. Now, I also got a little travel pouch where you can pretty much put everything in if you want to do any of this on the road. And with the performance package, I got the Weed Whacker. Now, the Weed Whacker trimmer is a nose and ear hair trimmer with 360-degree blades. It also helps reduce the, you know, the pulling or yanking or whatever of nose hairs or ear hairs. So it's also very, very good. Now, if you want to get the actual package that I've gotten or a different package, or you just want to get these separate items on their own, you can do so by going to manscaped.com and using code DUBS at checkout for 20% off and free shipping if you want to do that. Or you can just click the link in the description box below, the very first link that's down there, and it'll take you automatically to their website with the code. Well, big thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring today's video. Now, as you guys probably know from my previous videos, I don't usually like to take sponsors on my channel. Usually when I do take sponsors, it has to be a product or a service that I actually believe in or that I like. So Manscaped is definitely something that I use, right? So it's something that I believe is a good product, and that's why I wanted to take the sponsorship up from Manscaped. So thank you guys for sponsoring. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, you like what you're seeing, please subscribe. It helps a lot. Try to reach 400k before the end of the year. Hopefully it's possible. Well, let's just get started with this thing. The Wheeling Sunshine. It's super slow. I don't know, mess around with this thing on stream. I brought it down the hill. I got about 300,000 points, by the way, drifting it down this hill. It's super slow right now. There's nothing really crazy about it. It's a D-Class 207. However, right here, this is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets really interesting. This thing can be turned into an absolute monster, right? And I'm not even joking. I'm not messing around with that. It's gonna be an absolute beast. I don't know why I wanted the designer paints. Let's show you, right? If you guys haven't seen this, let me show you why I think this is such a good car. For whatever reason, they decided to add this car into the game, which is like a little minivan, micro van, I guess, is what they called it on Twitter. It is from China. What engine does it have? You may be wondering. Oh, well, it's a 1.2 liter. It's a 1.2 liter 4-cylinder. It's rear wheel drive. It's front engine. It's rear wheel drive. It's already got. It's pretty much halfway there. Pretty much. You know, being a proper drift car. However, with the engines that we can put on this thing, you can see that there's a lot of options. Let's starting off from this one. It's got an LS that I can put in it. This tiny little minivan, and I can put an LS in it. No? Don't like the LS? How about a rally engine? You know? This is not that bad. We can put a rally engine in it. Nah, not a rally engine. What about a racing 2J? What about an 805 horsepower 2J? Single turbo. How about that? Huh? Nah, that's not up to par. Okay, how about this? The racing 7.2 liter V8. Yeah, 850 horsepower out of this thing. Wait, I'm not done, because I could also stick some twin turbos on it, making it 1070 horsepower. But wait, I'm not done. I need to actually make this thing all-wheel drive, because I don't think it's going to be able to handle any sort of power going to these super tiny wheels. It's got 175s all around, and I don't think it's going to be able to handle all of that power. Even if I put wider wheels on it, I don't. I'm lying. I'm going to keep it rear-wheel drive. That's what I'm going to do. as you can see, there's a body kit option for this thing. Now, why is there a body kit option for this car? That's why. That's why there's a wide body kit option for this car. That looks so dumb. I love it. I love it so much. Wait, if I put this on, right? Let me do something here. Where's the door handle for the back doors? Because that's just gone. That is just gone. You can't get in the back anymore. Or can you? Oh, you can't. There's no door handle though. What is it? Okay, can we get in? Oh, we can't actually get into the back. I wanted to get into the back. Look at it. It's got like a bench seat. That's just funny. I really wanted to have a look at that and just see if I could get in the back seat still with this thing. Let's have a look. Lots of space to carry whatever it is you're carrying. Yeah, right. Anyway, let's just go back to doing this. That is just, it's so mad. As for the rest of the stuff, the body kits, there's not really much else to do. I could just add a rear wing, which I'm not going to do because it just ruins the aesthetic. Anyway, back to wheels. Let's see here. I definitely need some big boy wheels, some thicker wheels, but this thing actually has me covered for that. I can put 275s on this thing, and I think I need them. I definitely do think I need 275s with this guy, and 295s on the back. Now for the actual tires themselves, since this is going to stay as a rear wheel drive, I'm going to just put, you know, drift tires there, and probably leave it like that. Now it's on wheel covers and not, like, it actually has wheel covers, and it just looks weird because it has steel wheels behind them. I wish I could just take the wheel covers off, you know? Or they would just, as you're driving along, imagine, as you're driving along, you drive it more and more, you crash it, or you go over, you know, uneven terrain or something like that, and then the wheel cover comes off, like in old GTAs, or just any GTAs. I think even the newer ones do the same thing. How sick is that? Imagine if that was the thing that was actually going to happen, where the wheel cover just flies off. That would be so funny. That would be so funny on a car like this. I don't really know what wheels to put on this thing. I don't know what works and what doesn't work. I really couldn't tell you. I think little wheel, any sort of wheels that look good when they're like nice and small, actually kind of suit this thing. Even these I kind of like. Actually, don't even look that bad. Yeah, they don't look bad at all, to be honest with you. There's like a few set of wheels that I actually don't mind when they're like, when they're small. These are nice. I kind of like these. I'm probably going to go with them. We could put 20-inch wheels on this. I'm not going to put 20-inch wheels because it just looks stupid. 18s, maybe? As if we could put 18-inch wheels, though. That is so funny. That is so funny that we could put 18-inch wheels with this car. Going off to the clutch and the gearbox. Upgrade this thing. Just going to put race transmission on it. Pretty much max this thing out and see what we can work with here. Probably should put, where is it? Oh, I don't have off-road diff to put on this thing. Interesting. Okay, well, drift diff works as well. I'm just gonna lock it anyway. As for the brakes, big ass brakes on the front and the rear. That looks very weird. However, the drift suspension. It's so low. It looks so strange that you're able to do stuff to this and make it this sick looking. Oh my god, right. And I'm pretty much maxing this thing out. I'm putting a V8 in it because it gives me the most amount of power. And why do I want the most amount of power? Why not? You know? Why not? 1,356 horsepower, 1,385 newton meters torque, and it weighs 1,234 kilos. It's a 7.5 liter V8 in this thing. It brings it all the way up into A class. That's so stupid. That's so dumb that that's the thing. It's got some wide tires though. So I can't really like complain about that. So I think this might actually be kind of fun to drive. I mean, we'll see. We'll definitely see. Apparently my top speed is at 32 miles per hour. However, how is it 32 miles per hour? It's so broken. It's so broken. The game didn't expect anybody to put, what, the big massive V8 that they gave us the option to do on this thing. Oh, this color actually slaps kind of hard. The yellow's nice too, but this color with the bronze wheels. Ooh. Oh, that's not too bad. All right, I guess since we're doing the whole aftermarket thing or the whole modifying thing. That's rough. Oh, I could change the little tiny spoiler at the top. I don't really want to change that. And I like the red calipers as well. Tints, we could go full dark as well because it has rear tints as well. This generally doesn't even look that bad. Well, the way it's modified, it doesn't look that bad. The car itself is just very questionable. But it's just, it's funny. It's funny looking. How this thing just managed to get added into the game. I wish you could debadge it as well. Oh my god. 4th. I'm doing a burnout in 4th. Oh, and 5th. I'm doing a burnout in 5th. What is this car? What have I just built? I don't know, it's got 295s on the back. Okay. It's definitely being pushed along kind of nicely. But it definitely has way too much power for the tire that it has. The front end is kind of responsive, which is good. It's a good thing. It just means that I won't... truck. It just means that I won't spin out on this thing very easily. There's not really much done to my tune. So I guess I'm gonna slightly mess around with it. Just a little bit. I don't see what else I could possibly do to it. I mean, there is stuff that I can do to this. But just to make it drive a little easier. But for right now, it just goes sideways by itself pretty easily. And I don't really have anything done to it too much. Let me stretch my gears out slightly, because I'm literally drifting in like 6th and 5th. Maybe do something like that. But other than that, I don't really see much that I need to change with this car. Okay. I'll be right back, I guess. Why is it so good? Why is this car so good to drift with? Can someone actually tell me in the comments, why is this thing so good to drive? The front end is a little twitchy, but I'm also on sim steering as well, I just realized. That's probably why it's so twitchy. I think if I put it to normal steering, it's gotta be a little bit smoother. But it's not letting me like spin out or anything. Why is this so good to drive? I was actually kind of contemplating at the very beginning to put on slightly less horsepower, but also give it the like snow tires. So I would have thought that this would have been a little bit too much horsepower, because I didn't know if the amount of grip was going to be like good enough for this thing with those 295s on the back. Because I forgot from yesterday. I forgot that it was going to have 295s on it pretty much, so I was just there thinking, you know, maybe keep it on standard tires and then just put slow tires on it or something, and then just give it like less horsepower. I meant standard width, by the way. But now it just spins its rear wheels like crazy anyway. I think this thing as an all-wheel drive, like sort of point drift build, it could be kind of fun. Why is this so good to drive, man? It's so sick. Just control your throttle and your steering, and this thing just rewards you with some huge slides. And so many points. Have I even done like a third of this track? And I've already beat my record of this thing downhill. I mean, to be completely honest, stock, it makes like 90 horsepower. Even then, after I did actually spin out, I was still pulling it back in the same direction that my wheels were facing. I didn't actually fully spin out. That is crazy. I was kind of thinking to myself, I was like, can I whip a reverse entry with this thing? I probably could. If I change my setup slightly, I think this could possibly do a reverse entry. The amount of power that this thing has to push its back wheels out, it's so good. It's all very usable. It's actually more than enough. Well, more than enough. See this bend here? I never really take this bend fully, because it just feels like most of the cars can't do it. But this thing just stays sideways the entire way through that bend. That really, really long corner. My positioning isn't fantastic on this track. I need to stay wider, and I need to have a little bit more angle. Obviously, that's the whole purpose of getting more points here. More angle, more speed. But this is not doing a bad job whatsoever, man. It's so good. Even this corner here. Look at that. All the way through. Fully on the throttle. All the way through again. It's so good. It's so good at slowing down, picking up speed. It's a brilliant car to drive. And I spun it. I spun it. That is my fault. For like slowing down too much right after the corner. Pretty much. That's pretty much my fault. I gave it a little bit too much angle to slow myself down. Instead of using brakes, I'm just sort of increasing my angle slightly. Because lateral grip is obviously going to slow me down a lot more. Without fully slowing down. You know, it's more like a gentle slowdown. But if I mess up with the handling of it, I will end up spinning out. So that is my fault. I'm still surprised how slow it is. Because I gave it some good tires, you know, so it has grip. But sometimes when I'm going into like tighter corners and I'm flooring it in 5th, it's just like still there at like 50 miles per hour. You know, 6th. I think this could get over 1.1 million points with ease. With ease. With some better driving, I think with ease. And if it's all-wheel drive, I think this could get even more than that. It's a very crazy car. I love it. Thank you for adding this thing into the game. Add more crazy little cars like this in the game, please. Please, 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 if anybody's listening to me, please. It's so much more fun to do dumb things to little cars like this than it is with hypercars and stuff like that. I genuinely do think so. I genuinely think that it's so much more fun to drive around in little cars like this than it is to have big cars. Another car that they added into the game, which I haven't actually made a video on yet, which I probably will make a video because it's so good. It's this. The Mazda 323 GTR from 1992. This is pretty much like the competitor to like a Pulsar GTI-R. It's so sick. I love this car. It's already modified, as you can see. It's B-Class modified. I was doing some races and stuff with it. It's so good. I love it. I absolutely love this thing. If you want to see a video on this car, let me know down in the comments below. But that's pretty much it for this video of the Wuling Sunshine S. As a insane wide body drift build. It's so good. I absolutely love this car. Let me know your thoughts down below. And yeah, like I said before, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like this video, share it, comment, do whatever it is you guys want to do. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.